How's it going, guys? It's Stefan here. Today I'm going to be talking about something rather interesting concerning Season 3 of Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Now, just to point out here, guys, for those who may not be aware, Season 3 of Black Ops 6 will be kicking off on April the 2nd. That's specifically for multiplayer and zombies, not for Warzone. Just to point out, Warzone will basically be getting their update on April the 3rd. So the reason that is April the 2nd will be essentially Warzone's downtime, and if you actually do log in during the downtime on April the 2nd, specifically for Warzone, you can actually earn a weapon for free to use almost immediately. So that being the Kilo, if I'm not mistaken, which is one of the ARs. So that is really interesting. Let me know what you guys' views and opinions of that in the comments box down below. So without further ado, let's get into the main part of this video, which is zombies. So as you guys can see from Treyarch's official socials, we've got a rather interesting GIF image here, which basically appears to be a zombie inside like a, I'm assuming most likely will be some sort of Coca-Cola machine. And believe it or not, guys, we are expecting the PERK, the classic PERK double tap to return with this tweet that, as you guys can see, which reads, "You know what they say about cowboys." Now, double tap, if I'm not mistaken, going from my immediate memory, I think, is increased bullet damage. So that is really interesting to see. I think lots of people have been asking for that to return, so that should be hopefully useful against the more boss-like zombies, if that makes sense. So hopefully that may be a benefit in basically dealing damage to those, or maybe even the big bosses at the end of zombies Easter eggs as such. So that's really interesting. Now, earlier on today, we actually got a rather interesting teaser trailer for the upcoming map called Shattered Vale. So basically, we're going to be taking a look at this rather interesting trailer. The description reads, "Time to finish the job the Huntsman started." So we're going to take a look at this. Let me know what you guys' views and opinions of this in the comments box down below. And without further ado, let's check this out.
If you're watching this, guess I didn't make it through. Tough shit. Something stinks around here. I couldn't put my finger on it. But now, the company's compromised. Don't think it's Menendez or the Russians or any state actor. Could be goddamn men from Mars for all I know. They're crafty. Use war and chaos to mask their stench. But once I caught a whiff, they've been in our shadow for years. All through Vietnam. Afghanistan. Russia. Even the goddamn number station. Whoever they are, they've done a hell of a job covering their tracks. Almost missed them. Almost. Putting together a file. Code names, missing documents. I didn't get the chance to hunt these bastards down. So you're gonna have to clean up my unfinished business.
Oh boy. So let me know what you guys' views and opinions of that in the comments box down below. So as you guys saw during that clip, we also got to see Jason Hudson. Now this specific footage took place on December 15th, 1991. So that is really interesting. Now, just to point out, Jason Hudson does, if you think about going back all the way back to the Black Ops 2 campaign, he actually does die during that campaign. So just to point out, in terms of the lore of Call of Duty, this technically would be his last time that we would, I suppose, see him alive before his death during the Black Ops 2 campaign, which would be canon. So that is really interesting. Now, he basically gives us a lowdown as per what to expect at the Shattered Vale Mansion. Not necessarily what we have to do in the Shattered Vale Mansion as such, but it's kind of building up to that. So that is really interesting. Now, he does point out some rather interesting things which I may have to touch up in the future video, but I'll probably go into more detail when maybe down the route when we go down the route of doing the Easter egg as such. So as you guys can see, Vietnam War, Operation Barrage, 1970 in Vietnam. So I'm going to have to do some research onto what each of these could potentially correlate to, how this falls in line with everything. Then we've got a shot here of what appears to be somewhere in Afghanistan, involving Operation Nomad in 1986. So that is really interesting. Looks like I may have to do some swatting up on this. The KGB safe house. Now we did see the KGB safe house, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was in Black Ops Cold War. So, as you guys can see, Russia, Operation Haven. So I'm guessing these events that's mentioned in here are obviously the Gulf of Mexico, 1968, Operation Signal. This was, of course, the numbers station, which, of course, was trying to basically get into, essentially, Alex Mason's head. And, of course, Alex Mason is, of course, deceased, as per the canon. So that is really interesting to say the least here, guys. I'm trying to see if we can spot anything else in the background. I may have to look up on exactly what these operations involve, but or what they did involve, what actually happened during those. But we are expecting to see Jason Hudson as a playable operator, presumably maybe in the Battle Pass, but we'll have to wait and see. Let me know what you guys' views and opinions of these in the comments box down below. Also, I just want to bring your guys' attention to Operation Barrage, which is referred to in this specific scene here in the trailer that we recently got. Does actually relate to, if you think about the campaign in one of the previous Black Ops games, is relating to the Battle of Khe Sanh of 1968. Now that would make sense with more or less that date, so this actually took place presumably 2 years after. So that is really interesting there. There's also another scene here into Afghanistan. Let's see if I can get to that operation on screen. Operation Nomad of 1986. So if I was to Google that, let's see if that comes back with anything. Operation Nomad. Afghanistan to neighbouring countries. These are highly complex operations used for extreme cases who cannot come to the US directly if the threat is too high for exfiltration. That's interesting. I'm pretty sure they mentioned a date in that. I think it was 1986. Let me just confirm that. Was that 1986 that was mentioned on there? Yes. The Soviet-Afghan War was an armed conflict that took place in the Democratic Republic of Afghanistan from 79 to 89. Okay, interesting. So we may have to log into that a little bit more deep soon. Then there was references to the KGB safe house in Russia called Operation Haven. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think Operation Haven. I'll have to go back to a previous. I'm sure it was mentioned in Cold War, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to double check on this. Was it Cold War? I can't remember if it was Cold War or Vanguard now. Let me just check this. KGB headquarters. Yeah, it was Cold War, definitely. Let's see. Did that have anything to do with the events? I'm pretty sure most likely will have done. Potentially the Soviet espionage, but I'm not 100% sure on that. That is really interesting to say the least. And finally, during the trailer, we actually got the number station Operation Signal. Now, don't forget, guys, this specific number station from, I think it was the Black Ops 1 campaign, took place at the on board the Rusalka, which was a ship that was based in Cuba, as per the campaign for that game. So that is really interesting. Let me know what you guys' views and opinions are of this in the comments box down below. Keen to hear what you guys' views and opinions are. And as of the last few moments here, guys, we actually just got the rather interesting Shattered Veil Season 3 Zombies trailer. Now this is zombies only for this trailer, so this should be really interesting. Let me know what you guys' views and opinions are of this in the comments box down below. And without further ado, let's check this out for the first time. Literally just dropped 1 minute ago at the time of recording this video, so without further ado, let's do this.
even believe this place?
Sit your slimy ass down. The sizzle sells itself.
Someone get me a 10-gallon hat. I'm going full cowboy on these bastards.
You're not sure you have the right floor?
It is so nice to meet you face to face, Plate.
You don't trust me, fine. But you cannot trust her.
Nice, guys. Let me know what you guys' views and opinions are of that in the comments box down below. I'm just going to see if we can get ourselves into... Where is it? Playback speed, 0.5. That'll do. I'm just going to play this through one more time to see. There's a lot going on there. So I'm just going to see if we can slow this down and find out what we've got here. So the mansion here is all... takes place in, if I'm not mistaken, in-game. I think it's just across the road from one of the other maps, if I'm not mistaken. But in real life, if I'm not mistaken, this takes place in a small village in West Virginia. So that is really interesting. Obviously, I'm expecting the majority of this stuff to not be there in real life, just to point out here, guys. But I'm pretty sure that some of it may still exist. So that's really interesting. That appears to be a lot of bedrooms with zombies. So it appears to be doing zombies in a really large mansion as such. So yeah, this should be quite fun. I'm intrigued to see what the Easter egg involves. It could be something to do with the big Sam ball that you see at the end of this trailer. Guardian kill streak. I don't remember the last time we saw a Guardian kill streak. That could be in the very early days of Black Ops. Maybe even in Modern Warfare, actually. Double tap root beer perk has officially returned here, guys. So I can't wait to check that out again. Still got the double tap cans there, which looks really interesting. We also get to fight zombies outside, which I'm actually happy about. Elevators. So could this be like the new way of like turning on the power, perhaps? We'll have to wait and see. Or it could potentially be like a draft, like lots of bosses coming up to potentially get to pack a bunch, or potentially like the boss area where Sam or SAM is. But we'll have to wait and see here, guys. Keen to hear what you guys' views and opinions are of this in the comments box down below. We are expecting a blog post to come out soon. We've also got a look at the ray gun, which is pretty cool. We are expecting a blog post to come fairly soon. So I will try and put as much as I can into one episode here for you guys. So I hope everyone's... So make sure you guys stay tuned in the video. And hopefully we get to... Ooh, is that the thunder gun? I'll have to double check on that, but that looks very similar to a thunder gun. We get a look at a minigun there, which looks pretty cool. Yeah, free content update April 2nd on Shattered Veil, guys. So I'm just waiting for the blog post to come out, and I'll see you guys in a moment.